Good morning, everyone. So I'm Ross Charles from York, and I'm really looking forward to showing you some really cool razor techniques today. So the razors that I'm going to use, there are about 6 or 7 different types, and this product here is Prepare Liquid, and it's really important that I prepare the hair so that I don't damage the hair as I work with the razors. Now you can do it without, make sure the hair is wet, but if you wanted to do a bit of dry cutting on the hair, use the Prepare. Now it doesn't leave the hair greasy, doesn't weigh it down, but it's really essential that you're not going to damage the hair shaft. So 2 different looks today. We've got a textured look, which I'll be diffusing later, but at the moment it's a bit blocky. I want to break up this, but as I go in there and break it up, I want to put a bit of texture in there too. So often when I'm visually looking at the head that I'm working on, I can see what I need to do, but I really want to just get in there and really feel where all the densities are, map out the head shape. Because if it feels right when you're razor cutting, it's going to fall right. It's really important that. So we've got texture, we've got curl, we're going to enhance all that, bring it all to life. Here we've got hair that's quite flat. I'm going to put a lot of hair scaffolding inside here with the razor. So I'm going to do a horseshoe section here, take out a little bit this middle part, and I'm going to style it quite sort of tall, and we've got a lot of volume on the top. On both of my models, we're doing all the hairline. You know, when you're doing all your lineups. Now the great thing about the techniques I'll be doing for the lineups is that I'll be using a DSX4, which is a Donald Scott Razor, and it's got a tiny minute guard on there, so you cannot cut yourself, but it is razor sharp. So a little bit like a cutthroat. How many people are doing lineups with cutthroats here? You are? Not many, no? So, but there's quite a lot of people that want to do it. You know, they see the YouTube videos, Instagram, see everybody doing it. It looks great, doesn't it? It looks really cool. And not only does it look cool, it actually, you know, you're able to line up and finish your work off properly. But there's that kind of frightening kind of element to it where you're a little bit worried. Where this, it won't cut you, but you'll get that really nice finished look. So go back to the Prepare. Now not only can you use it for the hair, but you also can use it on the skin. I've done full shaves with this. You know, on here, you can actually put it onto the actual face here. I'm going to show you quickly. You can actually take that down and actually shave the skin, razor sharp, but you're not going to cut him either. I can do that with my eyes closed. So what we'll do is we'll run around the hairlines first, and then we'll work on the interior structure of the hairstyles. So we'll just work on this bit here, just rubbing a little bit of this in. So there's no hot towels, no shaving soap or anything like that. You just go straight in with this lubricating liquid. Okay. Can everybody see okay? I know there's no cameras, is there? So I'll just bring it down a little bit. I'm just stretching the skin back a little bit as I'm working through. There we go. If anybody wants a closer look after this demonstration, feel free. Find me, ask me any questions. I'll be around pretty much of the day. You can just come up to me and ask me about any of these, because I love to share all these techniques and get everybody as excited as I am about razor cutting. You know, there's so many styles out there at the moment. I can see, you know, with all the latest sort of BHA collections. They're all kind of razored techniques. Well, sorry, razored effects. What people have got with their work. I've seen like the nice sort of Chelsea, the feather cuts, all versions of that out. They're really great. But people are using scissors to do them. Now it's so simple. You can use razors to achieve these looks so quickly, so simply. Now that comes on to like if you're a salon owner as well. You know, as a salon owner myself, I often think about, you know, how to do something with it's quicker. You still get the same effect or if better. But if you get something done quicker, then it's more profit. You get somebody else sat in the chair. So razoring work generally is a lot faster than scissor work. I'm going to bring you around and I'm going to do the neckline now. So I pre-cut Jacob's hair anyway, because I didn't want to show you you know, a short haircut fade or anything like that. You know, lots of people are doing that right now, but I wanted to show you something a little bit different. So I'm just going to work down here and just line his skin up here. Everybody see okay, yeah? Just a little bit of stretch on the skin, a little bit of tension. Okay. There we go. Great. Brilliant. So, the first razor I'm going to show you for the hair is the chopstick. Now, it's one of my favorites. Chopstick Pro. Again, so we'll be working through the interior structure of this style on a horseshoe. Quite heavy on the interior here. The hair's quite fine actually and floppy, so we're going to remove some of this bulk with a technique called the peel. And basically I'm sandwiching the hair in between the blade and my thumb. And I can do this because there is a guard on the blade. It's called a direct peel, this technique. Now I'm going to go into the points of it and just flick it out exactly where I want to create some texture to. So at the back of that, take another section. And again, just sandwiching the hair in between my thumb and the blade. You cannot cut yourself with this. Again, it's got a guard on it. So, we've got this kind of crossover at the moment, haven't we, between barbering and hairdressing. So I'm going to show you a little technique here, which also includes a little bit of. So who does all the woven highlights? Do you do highlights? Yeah. Okay. So this is one for you. Okay. So I'll go in, and I'll bring your head down a little bit. So if I go in here, to the tail end of this chopstick, I'll weave out some sections underneath, as if I was just about to put a foil in. All with one razor. Cool, isn't it? Yeah? So what that's doing there is we're doing hair scaffolding, so we've got short hairs underneath, and we want a bit of lift in there because it's a bit flat. So we're going to put some scaffolding in, so the hair in here, it starts to get a bit more bulky, but without the weight, and then we can build this over when we dry it. So, a bit more prepared. Let's wet this down a little bit as well. Okay, so, let's go back into the length. So you can work quite fast with this as well. In fact, I prefer working quite fast. There's no reason why you should work slow with it, really. Got a nice effect. Okay, spin you around a little bit. And I come onto the crown. And we'll get a really nice blend here too. Any questions? Any questions there? It's a bit early, I suppose, isn't it? I was in London yesterday at the HJ Live. Did anybody else go? HJ Live, no? It was good. But I think this is better.
It is better, actually, yeah, definitely. Can you talk a little bit about the health and safety?
Yeah. So I mean, you know, I think with the word razor itself, people tend to kind of go, ah, razor, you know, they're going to cut themselves or they're going to cut the clients and worry about it. But they've got guards on, and it just takes the worry out of it. You know, going back to kind of like doing the lineups, you know, being able to not cut the skin is, it just takes it all out there, really. So I have some of my apprentices, and they're really loving the razor techniques at the moment. We do apprenticeships in the salon, and in both hairdressing and in barbering as well. And you're not frightened with razors, are you? No. You see, I mean, 80% of my work is with razors anyway, and you know, everybody loves it. Now, there's the other thing where, you know, there's this sort of misconception really about razors where people say, oh no, I can't have a razor on my hair because it makes it too thin. Oh, I can't have a razor on my hair because, you know, it damages the ends. You know, people say this all the time, they have them for years. But the techniques that we're using now is something called precision freeform. So we're able to be precise with what we do, and also recreate it the 6 weeks after when they come back and ask for the same thing again. Why? Because we've mapped it out, we've got structure, we understand what we're doing. Before, people were just going, you know, just taking it off and it was flying everywhere and really not, you know, understanding what they're actually doing. But these days, with the Donald Scott razors, with the precision freeform, I'm in an art team called the Rat Pack, Donald Scott Rat Pack, and you know, we're working on these techniques all the time. By the way, I'm using a carving comb. Has anybody seen this before? Donald Scott invented this for Paul Mitchell years ago, and he's retained to retain the rights. So this is the wide tooth version of it. I'll just show you a really nice little technique here where we just kind of slides through the ends there, and this, we're using the 50% cut side and the 100% cut side, and really just shattering through the ends, but again not breaking the ends. Yeah, and I'm able to now just tilt your head so everybody can see, go back in, flip it around, go onto the 50% side and take some out. So we've got 3 tools in one. We've got the comb, we've got the 50% cut side, and we've got the 100% cut side. So that's nicely sort of breaking up. Any questions on the carving comb? I've got another one actually as well. Any questions? No? This is the 60 teeth side. So this is for fine hair, which is it's exactly the same, but for fine hair. Okay. Let's have a look at the ends. So to get a nice sort of sharp, you'll never be as sharp as scissors, but if you want to just clean up the ends there, just press hard and pull up, straight up, and you'll get a sharp edge as well. Still slightly diffused, it won't be as sharp as scissors. But we're just doing razors today. If I was showing you scissors, I would be using maquet shows. I love maquet shows, but we're doing razors today. All right, I'll leave you for a moment. Okay. So, what we like for time? Right. Okay. So I'm just going to break up this. Can we lower down? No, will it go lower? Yeah. I'm a bit short, you see. I had a bit of a problem yesterday on stage. I couldn't reach. There we go. So I'll use the, this time, I'm going to use the Donald Scott twist, swivel twist. A little bit like the carving comb, but on this side here we've got 25% cut side and 100% cut side. So I'll just go in and just break up that interior structure of it. Give it a bit of freedom in there. Precision freeform. because that's what I want. I want the hair to feel, free. I was just talking to Sid backstage there, because a lot of razoring in the US, you know, it's really big out there, but it's just not big enough over here, and we're missing out on these techniques. So if you are interested in knowing any more, I do education, I do courses on this. I've got a YouTube channel. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I've got regular updates of how to use these techniques. And we're now on Snapchat. I'm down with the kids now. Set me up on Snapchat. So what is it? Ross _ Charles _ 1? Just one, yeah. So YouTube channel, Facebook, get in touch. If you do watch any of the videos on YouTube, please do leave a comment. It'd be great to hear your thoughts on what you think, and any questions as well. Right, let's down a little bit here, just head back. I'm going to go right into the roots now of this with a chopstick. Get head back. Cool. Because when we're removing some bulk, often, you know, just removing it from the mid-lengths and ends is just not enough. So, like a pencil, I'm going in. Please do come close. If you want to have a closer look, you know, I won't bite. Come and have a closer look if you want. You can also section off with the back end of this. The plastic that they use for a lot of these razors is the same plastic they use for the YS Park combs as well. Just breaking it up. Giving a bit of freedom. Yesterday we did an afro and really straight hair. So obviously today we've got more texture, more wave and straight as well. Okay. There we go. We're running out of time, aren't we? Are we all right? Okay. Okay. I'll just diffuse, and then I'll. Put me a diffuser in, please. For
Yeah.
be great, thanks. So, any questions?
I have one. How long did you salon with it for?
It's been over 10 years this year, so we're gonna have a bit of a party, I think. Yeah. I come from a family of hairdressers, been involved since 1974. My father trained me in the 90s, came into the industry in 93. Didn't have any choice. But by the end of the 90s, we developed lots and lots of razor techniques, which came in really well for later on in my career when we got involved with Donald Scott, because we then was sharing the techniques and YouTube video as well on using this product, Sejourn wet and dry gel, how to diffuse. You're right. How to diffuse man's short haircut. Yeah, so it's an artistry team, razor artistry team. I was the first member outside of New York. It's a team of passionate people about the razor artistry, and you have to be under analysis from Donald Scott himself to get in there. But it's great, and then once you are, you're You're able to share your techniques and you know, spread them around, show everybody else. Can I have yeah, nozzle on there and that round brush? That's great. I'm just going to dry this up.
Where did the name come from? Your collection, All Tomorrow's Party?
All Tomorrow's Party. Oh, well, that's actually the female collection, the BHA female one. No, and it was the Velvet Underground. Yeah, cool band. I just like the name. No, my BHA collection from last year. I was a finalist for Men's Hairdresser of the Year last year with the BHA. Yeah, it was Suburbia. The collection name was Suburbia, and that came about because I've always kind of loved that kind of sort of rebellious looks, and I just thought it really kind of fit really well with what we were doing, you know. Beg your pardon? Yeah, I love it. So I've been a finalist twice now, and I think it's really exciting. You know, you never know if you're going to get through or not, but I think that kind of, if you're passionate about what you do, you know, and you produce a really good collection, even if you don't get through, you can still get your collection out there anyway. So can you see this this now is just drying nicely up. I've removed a lot of that internal part of the hair and created some hair scaffolding. So this hair before was quite flopping. It wouldn't stand up, but now it's just able to kind of nice and sit over this section in the middle. We did some colour on Jacob's hair last week for a photo shoot, so that's why there's this kind of like square in the front, but we'll do something about that in a second. Thank you. They're really hot, these, aren't they? You know, when they go on the foot. Yeah. Do you ever get the clients picking them up? You know, don't touch it. Say it. Or leave that off, I think. Yeah, so they do, they don't. It flies off to the other side of the room and they go pick it up. Oh, health and safety nightmare. So, I'd need that nozzle. Let's see if we can get it. Ah. Yesterday I was on the Wild stage, and I had to use the Wild equipment, but because of the diffuser that I was using, I had to use the Colexia. I do like the Colexia actually, but so we've got the structure in there. We'll bring it out a little bit. Okay. Hairspray. Just using the Rothschild's hairspray, non-aerosol. Fast drying. Let's have a look what we've got here. Shine spray. Nice in there. So any questions before we finish up? You can come and see me at any point during the day. I'll answer any questions you've got. This is the fixing spray that I do. It's a really fast drying hairspray. And it's important to use fast drying hairspray so you can work with it straight after and dry it in. We used to put loads of mohawks up in the 90s in the salon, We used to have loads of punks, skinhead girls and Teds and stuff like that. It was really good. So we used a lot of hairspray. Where's it? But back in I think it was the late 90s, I went on stage demonstrating how to put a mohawk up on the Schwarzkopf stage in Salon International, and I used black silhouette. It was amazing. So if you want to put a mohawk up or anything really, really tall, black silhouette hairspray by Schwarzkopf is just incredible. It's a classic, it's brilliant. Okay. Kennedy, you got the towel? Stole it out. Just doing a bit of graffiti, wasn't it? Okay, voila. So just finishing up now. I know we're running behind, we're really sorry. So from hair that won't do anything, it's pancake flat. Now we're able to get lots of volume, we've got structure on the inside, and this is going over the top. Hair that was a block, it would not diffuse. Now we've got something that's got texture, movement, and you know, when this rubs out, it's just going to be awesome. You know, it's we've got freedom in there. Okay, you'll stand up for me. I'll stand up. Thank you. Zip his jacket up for me, please. Okay, come down. Very good. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Ross Charles.
Thank you very much.